The Lonely Child. The Owonikoko mansion sparkled with glass chandeliers and imported Italian furniture, but to 12-year-old Titilayo, it always felt like a museum full of expensive things but empty of love. Her parents were forever busy. Her father, a hard faced man with a booming voice, ran one of the biggest construction companies in the country. Her mother, elegant and sharp tongued, managed multiple oil contracts. They measured their success by new deals, new cars, new buildings, never by the quiet small needs of their only child. Daddy, can we eat dinner together tonight? She had asked once, standing shyly at his study door. Without looking up from his laptop, he waved her away. Later, Titi, I have a board meeting. She tried again with her mother a week later. Mommy, can we go to the park this weekend? Her mother's manicured fingers tapped against her phone. Not now, baby. I'm expecting a call about a contract. Later. Not now. Maybe another time. Those were the only answers she ever got. So, when the holidays came, they left her behind with the domestic staffs. Maureen the cook, Razak the driver, even the gateman knew her better than her parents. They were kind, but they couldn't fill the space. By the time she resumed at the prestigious St. Catherine Girls' College as a brother, she had learned something important. If love wasn't given, you went out and found it. Meeting Bisola. Bisola Adeyemi was impossible to ignore. A final year student when Titilayo first arrived. She walked through the dormitory halls with a kind of careless confidence that made juniors whisper her name with her. Everyone wanted to be her friend. She laughed the loudest, broke the most rules, and carried secrets like trophies. It was Bisola who noticed Titilayo sitting alone one afternoon after prep. You're too quiet, she said, plopping herself beside her on a bench. Titilayo blinked, startled. I'm reading. Reading? Bisola smiled. That's boring. Don't you ever get tired of being the good girl? I'm not a good girl, Titilayo muttered, though she knew it sounded unconvincing. Bisola leaned closer, her eyes mischievous. Prove it. That night was the first time Titilayo followed Bisola to the back of the dormitory where they shared a stolen cigarette. She coughed so hard that Bisola laughed until tears streamed down her face. But when Bisola squeezed her hand and said, Relax, you will get used to it, Titilayo felt a warmth she had never known. Soon, it wasn't just the cigarette, it was late night talks, secret touches, kisses stolen in the shadows. To the outside world, they were just unusually close friends. But in their small hidden corner, Bisola became the center of Titilayo's universe. And Titilayo, starved of affection, clung tightly. Whispers. People noticed, they always do. Those two are too inseparable. A guy in the hostel whispered, Have you seen the way Bisola look at her? Another girl replied. But no one dared confront them directly. The Adeyemis and the Owonikokos were wealthy, influential families. Teachers pretended not to see. Neighbors admired their bond in public, but whispered behind curtains. For Titilayo, the gossip didn't matter, she told herself. As long as Bisola shows me, I'll be fine. What she didn't realize was that this choice, this desperate craving to be chosen, was shaping her life in dangerous way. Campus wildfire. University unleashed them completely. No school bell, no hostel matron, no coffee, just endless freedom backed by endless money. Their parents wired allowances every month without questions. Not once did either family visit to check on their daughters. Their apartment off campus quickly became legendary. Loud music poured out of the windows every night. Smoke curled in the air. Empty bottles clinked under tables. Guests drifted in and out, and some curious, some broken, some already halfway lost. BC, we are coins, Titilayo said once, sprawled across a bean bag with a drink in hand. Coins? Bisola grinned. No, babe, we are untouchable. Men tried. They approached clubs, lecture halls, even at the gates of their apartment. But both girls waved them off with irritation. Go find somewhere else. Bisola would snap. We don't need you. To outsider, they were wide and glamorous. To themselves, they were invisible. But at night, when the music died down and Bisola drifted into sleep, Titilayo often lay awake. She dreamed of her life ending miserably, shadows chasing her, voices blaming her, a future that felt like a cliff's edge. BC, she whispered one night, what if this doesn't end well? Bisola groaned, pulling the pillow over her head. Stop with it, your stupid dreams, Titi. Life is short. Just enjoy it. But the dreams wouldn't stop. The diagnosis. The fever came suddenly. At first, Titilayo thought it was stress. Then came the rashes. Then the sore. Bisola panicked. Don't worry, we will get antibiotics. You will be fine. But she wasn't fine. Days passed, and Titilayo grew weaker. Finally, they stumbled into the university hospital, desperate for answers. When the doctor returned with the result, his face was grave. You're positive for HPV, herpes, and HIV. The world tilted. How? Bisola choked. We don't even. We are not with men. The doctor sighed. It doesn't matter. STIs can be transmitted through oral contact, skin to skin friction, even shared objects. Protection is protection, no matter the gender. Titilaya's body shook. So this is it. My life is over. But then the twist came. Bisola's results were negative. What? Bisola's voice cracked. How, how is that possible? We share everything. Transmission isn't guaranteed. The doctor said gently. But you? You're lucky. Bisola throat burned with guilt. She looked at Titilaya's pale face and thought, it should have been me. Family secret. Back home, Titilayo burst into the sitting room, trembling with rage. You failed me, she shouted at her parent. You gave me money, but no love. Do you even know who I am? Do you know that I'm sick now? Her father's spoon clattered onto his plate. What nonsense is this? But her mother's face were drained of color. She whispered, no, not again. Titilayo froze. Again? What do you mean? Her mother's voice shook as tears filled her eyes. Before you were born, I was reckless. I contracted an infection. I lost a child to it. I never told anyone, not even your father. I buried myself in business to forget. But the guilt, the shame. Her father's face hardened. You hid this from me? I was afraid you would leave. Her mother sobbed. For the first time, Titilayo saw the truth. Her parents weren't cold because they hated her. They were cold because they were broken too, carrying scars they never healed. Meanwhile, Bisola was facing her own storm. A journalist approached her with files and photos. Your parents are laundering money, corruption, offshore account, tax fraud, everything. Do you want the truth? Bisola's just clenched. So it wasn't me who was the disgrace. It was them all along. For the first time, she stopped rebelling. Instead, she decided to fight back. The hedge. Titilayo sat on her bed, pills in her hand, tears streaming down her face. I can't do this anymore. Just as she raised the pills, the door flung open. Bisola rushed in, eyes wide. No! Don't you dare, Titi. She knocked the pills away, grabbing her wrist. If you die, I die. But if you live, maybe we can fight together. Titilayo collapsed into her arms, sobbing harder than she ever had. For the first time, their closeness wasn't about pleasure or rebellion, it was about survival, transformation. Mr. and Mrs. Owonikoko shut down part of their empire. For the first time, they sat by their daughter's bedside, not with money, but with presence. Our fathers clumsily learned our medication schedule. Our mother begged for forgiveness, admitting she had failed her. Bisola, on the other hand, became a whistleblower. Together with the journalist, she exposed her parents' corruption. The scandal shook society. The once wayward girl was suddenly praised for her courage. And Titilayo, the illness was caught early. With treatment, her head stabilized. She was not doomed. She had been given a second chance. The redemption. Years later, the same girls who had once been the whisperer of scandal now stood on a stage before a packed university hall. Titilayo's voice was steady. I once thought rebellion was freedom. I once thought money was enough. But true love isn't bought or stolen. It's built brick by brick with honesty. Bisola gripped her hand. And don't believe the lie that silence will protect you. Speak, seek help. The truth is freedom. The audience erupted into applause. The two girls who were once lost had become voices of change. Their story, once headed for tragedy, had turned into a survivor of truth and redemption. And this time, the world listened. The end. Or maybe the beginning. Hi, sweethearts. Thank you so much for watching my story today. I really appreciate every single one of you. If you loved it, smash that like button, share it with your friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe so as to support me. I also want to hear from you. So please drop a comment below and tell me what you think or which story you want next. Thanks again for being part of this journey. See you in my next story. I love you. Bye.